Honored to be in the presence of Cliff Fabri, and we'll get Cliff's story in a second. A brand new signing, Cliff's brand new record label that we're going to introduce you to, KONIG, right here. Yay. How is everyone?
Yay!
So much to squeeze in here in 5 minutes. Let's talk about Cliff. Okay, first of all, Cliff and
Not
his
enough
team.
time. Go to KONIG.
Cliff and
Seriously,
his team,
we need 30, 40 minutes.
we got to establish this.
Okay.
Cliff and his team were the ones that were responsible for a young Avril Lavigne in her first 2 ginormous records. One of those members of that team also fostered a young Lady Gaga. The team is now back together, introducing a brand new record label here in Kingston. The first signing, KONIG from Kingston. And an amazing artist, very visual, very talented. She has her own YouTube channel, and through connections, you discovered KONIG. What attracted you to KONIG, first of all, Cliff?
Well, a local music blogger, Nick DeWolf, called me, and I get a lot of these calls, but he was like, "You got to see this girl." But he's a really good writer, and I really like the dedication he has to his craft. So I went and saw her, and he said like she has a chair, a phone, and a sheet. So I thought a sheet of paper. So I walk in the bar. She had a sheet over her, singing under the sheet the whole show. And then.
Well, no, I was dancing around with it.
Well, yes, it was. I was just like,
Never seen anything like this before.
I go, what is this? Greg Rosen, unbelievable.
Wanted your LA contact?
Yeah, no, Greg Rosen is Kimco Steel in Kingston.
Okay.
He wanted to foster an entertainment company, so he said to me, "Go find the best talent and let's do this." So him and my American partners have put some time and money into this, and this young lady is, I took her to Fanshawe College yesterday with the kids, and there was about 200 kids in total in the 2 classes. And at the end of it, she asked me, like, well, so what do you look for in an artist after the seminar? And I said, well, why don't you show them, KONIG? And the lights went down, she got up, did her thing, and everyone in there was just like, wow. And then at the end of it, they surrounded her.
The word artist used way too loosely sometimes in this business. KONIG does sound like the real thing. We'll see a little bit of KONIG here in action.
I love that it's so easy to be inside of the night. Did nobody ever tell you when you show up you're a point of light? You're a point of light. You're a point of light.
And very independent. You do your own filmmaking. You record everything at home. Totally an insular project. How's it going to be for you doing that transition from where everything is just you and now you're working with a team?
Oh, I'm so excited.
Tell them how great we are.
Oh,
Cliff.
Honestly.
yeah, you're a genius.
Genius.
Genius. Big. I'm really excited to be collaborating with people, actually. I have been working independently for such a long time that I think that it'll change the music in a way that it won't be the same. I think in a really, really great way, because the team is so so experienced, and they
Very seasoned, yeah.
like very, very seasoned, and they're all
Good
really
looking.
nice.
Handsome.
Stop
mean-
it!
Handsome,
you off the
very
set.
handsome group.
It is a handsome group, and I don't know.
Strong.
Like I've been in talks with them for a little while now, and everyone seems very, very excited about the project and to be working on it.
Let's
so-
take a look at some of your independent work. Well, we're looking at it right now and hopefully hearing a little bit of it. Cliff has, one of his programs is called She's the One, really fostering up-and-coming young female singer-songwriters. How do you compare KONIG to them? I guess you can't really. She's in her own little world.
Impossible. Working with her has been so inspirational, because I'm not working with a kid that I'm starting with and trying to get into it. This kid had her art, but it was moments of her art that are so brilliant that I said, if we can just single-mindedness of purpose, focus in on one thing. She's got, artists, like 7,000 things with planets orbiting. So it's like, and then you can go, like White Stripes. Do White Stripes and then branch.
Not to compare her to Lady Gaga or anything like that, but what Lady Gaga to me is a complete package, and that live presentation is just mesmerizing. I think with KONIG too, that live presentation just as important.
Well, it's important because there are a lot of theatrical aspects going into it. Like the live performance is very different from just listening to the audio. But I think that the way that I would be different from a traditional pop artist is that everything that I'm doing is going into, there's a method behind everything that I'm doing. There's a lot of I'm just taking my time to do it, and it's coming from a background, it's coming from an education as well. I'm just a worker.
Good luck, and we'll be following the progress.
13 to 19-year-old girl, she's the one starting now. RBC Blues Fest, July 6th to 16th.
We'll have you back on later. We'll talk about that later.
Muse.
We'll see you after the break.
Muse.